Day 4, Footprints. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sepia Tears. What do tears leave behind? A trail of salt water for one, salty sadness, but there's more. There comes a point when tears dry, when, try as you might, they just won't come anymore. After that, there's a lot of emptiness. It's the same as before, of course. She doesn't move. Her mouth flicks open from time to time, but her words are silent, her thoughts invisible. A warm feeling trickles down my cheek, but I'm relieved. Emptiness, much scarier than sadness. Honey-chan. Honey-chan. It's alright, Rin. I'm up. Huh? Mark, are you feeling alright? After something like that, I don't think I'm in the mood to talk. Wait, that voice. Oh crap. Morning. You gotta be kidding me. You look like you've seen a ghost. Were you having a bad dream? You... What are you doing here this early? Wait, no. That's the least of my problems. Why are you climbing through a window? Pardon the cliche, but you left it unlocked. You were just inviting me to come in. And how exactly did you know that it was unlocked? Easy. I checked. Oni-chan, are you up? You'll be late for school. Ren's voice comes from the kitchen below. Uh-oh. Traitor! What are you talking about? You're not supposed to have other girls in the house. What happened to a promise? She's my sister. Wait, didn't you already know that? Shoot, he caught on. You mean you did all that to make me think you were the victim of some cliche rom-com misunderstanding? Kinda. You're scary, you know that? Oh, I can be much scarier. Oni-chan, I told you you would be late. Do you need me to come up there again? So, what's it gonna be? Will you leave me for your sister even after I came all this way to see you? No, of course not. But, what do you mean? Are you afraid of her? Of course not. I just... Don't tell me you're into that sort of thing. No, what are you thinking? Mark, are you on the phone? I told you. I'll be late if it takes any longer. Well, this is quite a predicament, isn't it? Doesn't help that you're giggling at my misery. That's true, but at least I'm not making noise. Gotta be careful. Careful of what? Not getting caught when you break into people's homes? I was thinking more the lines of letting your innocent little sister discover what her Oni-chan gets up to when the lights go out. But you just got here. She doesn't know that. But, oh. You're blushing. I am not. I reach for my pillow to toss it at this otherworldly intruder, but she dodges and watches it fly out the window. And stop looking so happy about it. Now, shouldn't you be pleased to have someone like me wake you up? I'd rather not have mysterious teleporting ghosts sitting in my window, thank you very much. I lunge forward and grab a hold of Mira's wrist. Ah! Don't push me, meanie. I'm not pushing you, I just don't want you to disappear last second and leave you to explain why I was talking to myself all morning. Oh really? Are you sure this isn't just an excuse to take my hand and pull me onto your bed? Like anyone would do that. I promptly let go of her wrist. You know, there's no need to get so worked up. Any healthy person would... Ow, did you just... Hey, you weren't supposed to actually pull me. I didn't, you fell. Put on some proper clothes, pervert. Hey, you're the one to sneak into my bedroom. Ow! She's back in the window. As I was saying, it's time for you to choose. Will you stay with your sister or come with me? And no, you can't have both. This might well be a life or death situation. I am going to quick save, just in case. What should I do? Oh dear. We've got a choice. Oh, should I come all this way or run off mirror before Rin notices I'm gone? I don't care if your childhood friends are not sneaking through windows is my thing. Oh boy. Mirror seems a little crazy. Sorry Mirror, but you have to plan your escape on your own. Rin can be as far scarier than you imagine. Oh. Well, I guess that's fine. Sorry. I mumbled something under my breath. Wait, why am I apologizing? No, there's no need to apologize. I was uninvited after all. Really? It was that easy? Now you're starting to make me feel guilty. Really, I'm sorry, but you kinda picked a bad time. Maybe later, alright? Sure, I'm looking forward to it. Without wasting a second, I heard downstairs while trying to come up with an excuse for Rin. Took you long enough. Sorry, I was kind of caught up with something. Caught up. Uh-oh. Well, whatever, I'll take your word for it. You still make it if you hurry up and eat. Don't worry about it, I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't want to be late either. It's disturbingly quiet in here. Sure, Rin seems tired this morning, but it's weird that she isn't talking at all. Huh? Her eyes are widened and focused on something behind me, as if there were an assassin ready to slit my throat. Rin, is everything okay? Yes, is everything alright? You look worried. My name is Mira. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Oni-chan has a girlfriend, and she just spent the night over. God damn it! Sorry about all this trouble. Trouble? I'm getting to meet Oni-chan's secret girlfriend. This is far from trouble. And I'm finally getting to talk to Mark's family members. It's a win-win situation. Win, win, lose. As long as you're both happy, then I guess that's all that matters? That's definitely not all that matters, but so it goes. Oh, I'm more than happy, don't you worry. So, Rin is your name, correct? Well, my real name's Rina, but everyone just calls me Rin. Well, I could tell everyone to. I take it you've known my brother for a while. For you to be so bold about all this, Oh no, this homeowning was just a big misunderstanding. Mark and I aren't really going out. You're not? Then what were you just doing? That was part of the misunderstanding too. This is why I always tell you not to jump to conclusions, Rin. And if the conclusion you were jumping to was actually correct, shouldn't you be a bit more worried? Well, you can't blame me. What else was I supposed to think? She pauses for a moment. There are about 1 million holes in Mira's story, and any excuse you come up with is bound to be implausible. Hang on. There's something that isn't adding up here. Really, I'm not the type to keep secrets. Am I the only one who sees that expression? Forget that. Let's step back for a moment. Tell me, if you didn't spend the night over, then how did you get inside the house? What's to say I didn't spend the night over? So, you were with Mark last night? Yes, I was. We were out somewhere late, and I wound up losing my house key, so I had no choice but to stay over with you two. It's a bit late to ask, but I hope you don't mind. Shouldn't your parents have been at home? And why didn't you just introduce yourself instead of sneaking in? This is the worst lie. Fair enough. Why didn't it work? As long as you use the front door next time, I'm satisfied. Whatever your relationship with my brother may be, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mira. And it's a pleasure to meet you too. There's something seriously wrong with these two. So, Mira, what school do you go to? Well, I moved out of the country back in junior high, so I've kind of been here and there since then. Here and there? You're attending school somewhere, right? Well, I am, to some extent. It's not vague at all. So, where's your school? If it's the same direction as us, we could walk together. It's north. Mira points to the north, which right now is our stove. North? Yeah, north. You know, walk a bit to the north, take a small detour to the east, and hit back on the road going up. Wait a minute, I should help. Maybe our brothers as a tag team is the only way to defeat this enemy. Sorry, but I'm not sure what you mean. Are there any landmarks in the area? Not really. It's sort of out in the forest, you see. Way up north. At the mention of forest, Rin's eyes flicker. It's an interesting school though, quite different from what you're used to. Ah, really? Do tell. Well, it isn't very strict. We don't even have specific rules regarding the uniform. Can you attend classes whenever you want? It wouldn't be much of a school if you could do that. I see your canon references there. But our schedules aren't too strict either. That's why I'm able to come all this way here instead of getting ready. I knew it! Would you happen to have your school bag with you? No, not right now. Why? What's your favorite snack? I'm not sure. There's so much to choose from where I live. Well, if I had to pick, I've been eating a lot of the Japanese snack lately. You know, the fish. I see your Skimiya Ayu there. You really are. Just don't disappear, okay? Disappear? Why would I? I'm sorry, but I think I need to be alone. Hiding her face from view, Rin dashes to the restroom. I wish I knew when she was acting. The line is blurry these days. Interesting family you have here, Mark. Now do you see what I'm talking about? I guess you were right. I just realized that I'm still not wearing my uniform and I need to find a way to teleport to school. Mira, sorry, but... Actually, sorry to say this, but... You first. Well, I was just gonna say that I should be going now. My school isn't that lenient. That's good, because Rin and I usually leave around now, too. Oh yeah, Mark? Thanks for entertaining me this morning. You have a small family, but it's fun here. I'd like to come back sometime. Don't worry about it. It's quiet, and a foolish voice in my head forces me to continue. I'd like for you to come see me again, too. Well then, I guess that's it. I might see you again later, but I can't make any promises. Good luck at school! Before I could figure out if her heart was inexplicably pounding like mine, Mira skips away to the bedroom. She's crawling out the window again, isn't she? A few minutes after the morning bell finishes its chime, the teacher walks in and my first class begins. On time? Either that or he's 10 minutes late. I sigh audibly and slouch in my chair. Lillian. Of course. She'll be here, won't she? And after everything that happened before, I'm not sure what to say to her. Oh, looks like the class is beginning. Guess I better try to pay attention today. The keyword being try. Lunch arrives before I realize it. Yeah, this whole paying attention thing doesn't really suit me. More importantly, I've got to track down Rin and Lucas to ask about what they were doing the other day. Do you understand now? This is why the ratio is so important. I see. This is the first time I've said this, but you're a strange guy. Lillian and Lucas are in our usual spot talking about something. I can hear them from where I'm standing, but they can't see me. What? I'm not eavesdropping, I'm just checking my watch. Extremely slowly. It might sound strange to you, but it's a key element of character design. How do you expect to learn to draw if you can't look at things from the perspective of a fan? Well, this was just your impromptu idea. It's not the point. Information like this comes in handy everywhere in life. I like to know even a single place where that might come in handy. That's an insignificant detail. Just don't forget. 4, 1, 2, 5. It's a necessity. I might regret asking this, but did you really find these things that interesting? But of course, this is a vital aspect of my existence. And you're not ashamed at all to talk about it. Not in the slightest. Not even to a girl. Well, maybe a little, but I have no need to admit that to you. You weren't planning on saying that, were you? A cunning mastermind such as myself makes no mistakes. But occasionally a slip of the tongue does occur. Something strange. I'm not sure what, but you're a strange guy. And I'm not interested in honorary humans, so I have no complaints. I am Suzumiya Haruhi. Lillian laughs in reaction, but it's not the same way you laugh at a sitcom on TV or a bad pun. You're far more transparent than you think. Has anyone ever told you that? Not in recent memory. Damn it, something's not right. You create an identity by pretending to push reality away, but really you're just... Sorry, I'm late! I barged into the hall. I had to talk to one of my teachers after class. What you guys been up to? Well, I was just telling Lillian about the ideal ratio of... Never mind that. What have you been doing, Lillian? My only normal friend here. Haha, just the usual. Okay, let's eat. Studying makes me hungry. I take up my lunch with more vigor than necessary. The others seem to notice that something's off, but never mind, it's lunchtime. That's all. Don't know what's up with that. But I remembered something as our conversation continued. It's not a complete memory, but it's there somewhere. It happened by chance. Lucas's binder was left lying on the ground, and a small, brightly colored object stuck out from the front. It was a bookmark. It was a normal bookmark for the most part, crudely laminated with a plain design. The only notable thing about it was that I've seen it before. It was lying in Lillian's drawer yesterday, tucked away safely. I keep telling myself that it's pointless, but I can't shake the feeling that this memory is somehow relevant. Did Lucas give it to her as a present? That might make sense, but then how does he have the same one? It could be just a coincidence, but I know it isn't. It's silly. The thing I'm trying to remember is so irrelevant that I forgot it after only a year. And yet it must have been important to at least one person for it to be stored away so deliberately. Mark, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just... Alright, just making sure. Anyway, as I was saying... Lillian continues talking, but my mind is too clouded to make any sense of it. Hang on a moment. That isn't who I think it is it? I turn to look outside, and my suspicion is proven correct. At first I had only seen one, but there are two figures out in the snow. One of them has every right to be there, although she should probably be sitting with us instead. As for the other... Sorry guys, but I'll be back in a moment. Watch my stuff. I spring to my feet and dash outside. Well, well, look who decided to show up. Gasping for breath, I catch them before they reach the entrance. That's what I should be telling you. What are you doing here? Nothing in particular. I was bored, so I decided to pay you a visit. At school, of all places. I did say I would come back, didn't I? This just proves I'm not a liar. That's besides the point. Only if you want it to be. What? Do you even care about making sense anymore? Don't be mean, Oni-chan. Mira just bumped into me on the way to school and asked for directions. Then we started talking and she ended up following me here. She was just trying to be friendly. And you don't think that's even remotely creepy? More importantly, your sister seems to be quite an interesting person, Mark. Mira puts on a mischievous grin as if she knows something she isn't supposed to know and wants me to know that she knows it. Anyway, what be all idling here around here for? Let's go grab something to eat. What? I already have a lunch. That's okay, junk food tastes better. And I have friends to eat with. Don't you want to eat with your precious childhood friend? Who said you were my childhood friend? I did. Now let's go. Wait. Have fun. So, what exactly are these things? Just eat it. What's the worst that could happen? You could be trying to poison me. Why would I do something like that? I'm not sure why you do anything you do. Good point. Well, I guess we'll have to live in fear as long as I'm by your side. Sounds like a dream come true. Mira takes a bite out of the fish-shaped snack. These things creep me out. I'm not sure if I want to know what's inside them. I think I heard Rin talking about these ones. Something about a character that really liked them. She says Ugu a lot. Oh, and what happened? I think she died. That's disappointing. Well, maybe she came back to life or something. I don't know. It's not like that's relevant to anything. Yeah, I guess not. There was an odd pause. Anyway, what are you waiting for? Surely you don't want to starve out here after voluntarily choosing to skip lunch. I guess in her world, voluntarily choosing means being physically dragged from one point to another. You won't know what it's like until you try it. Take a bite. Fine, fine. Sweet. I know, isn't it great? It's not bad. See? She takes another bite, looking like a kid in a candy store. You're not so difficult to please, are you? Are you implying something? No, I'm asking directly. That's not the point. Now do you see how I feel when I talk to you? She devours the last of a snack to hide the fact that she's at a loss for words. You look like you don't have a worry in the world. It must be nice. I don't have much to worry about in the first place, right? We can take as much time as we need. That smile. It makes me uncomfortable. Anyway, I'm just glad you weren't trying to poison me with this thing after all. I told you, I wouldn't be doing something like that. The most I do is trying to mess with your social life. So that's supposed to be comforting. You're easy to toy with. So, Mira, if you don't want to tell me about yourself, then tell me about your past. The distant past, even. Why would you ask that all of a sudden? Well, you were talking to Rin, right? She must have asked something about you, and I don't think you could have worded your way around it. Oh, I wouldn't go so far as to say that. True. But still, you must have told her something, right? It's a little unfair that she knows more about you than I do. Mira props her chin on her fingers. Fair enough. So, where do you want me to start? Now that's a tricky one. I didn't even think she'd agree. Well, what about your life before high school? What were you doing before we met? You don't pull your punches, do you? She grins awkwardly but continues on. I'm not sure if I told you this, but I was living in another country a few years ago. It was from the end of junior high to the beginning of high school. Okay, now I'm curious. Feel free to stop talking when you want, but mind telling me how you ended up in another country? Well, it's a long story. I can wait. I know, but... She sighs audibly. I guess that's the end of that. It's alright, I understand. Sorry for prying. Oh no, there's no need to apologize. It's nice to see that you're being open with me. Shouldn't it be the other way around? You haven't told me much about yourself either. That's because you really seem to know all there is to know. I can't argue with that. I smirk unconsciously. It's like I'm talking to an old friend. Oh, it's up to you, but I don't think it's helping us grow closer if you don't tell me anything about yourself. I don't mean to hit a nerve, but you really want to know? When you put it that way, I'm not sure. If it's important to you, then I can talk, but only if you promise that you're not just doing it out of curiosity. I stare at her and regret sinks in. Sorry. No, I should apologize. It isn't like me to get this serious. You know, even though I haven't known you for long, I think we've talked enough for me to understand just a little bit about you. I know enough to say that you're not suited to being depressed. Hey, I'm still human. Humans are allowed to be depressed. Now how do you explain jumping off a roof and vanishing into the snow? Well, maybe I'm just a special human? A human that can teleport isn't a human. You shouldn't ruin a girl's dreams. Yep, she is definitely back to normal. You know, you're a lot more childish than I first thought. What, would you rather act like an elegant lady that lives in a mansion, drinks expensive tea every morning, and goes to a prestigious all-girls high school? That was a very specific example. Oh no, I'm not saying it as an insult, I just find it surprising. I think it's kind of nice that you act like this. It makes me feel like I can relate to you. You don't think you can relate to the refined type? Well, no, not really. And I don't think many of us can either. Maybe you're right. Oh, that's okay. I'm far from refined, as you can see. Mira brushes her hair aside and had a dark expression with it. This is who I really am anyway. Just an eccentric kid who enjoys a quiet night of reading. If that's how you want to put it, then I'm just a weak-willed slacker who would skip school right before exams to talk to a girl he barely knows. It's an odd combination, but I think it works. And that's all that matters. Come on, let's go. The day is still young. She walks up ahead, and for once I willingly follow. It's an odd combination, but I think it works. That phrase remained in my mind as the hours passed. I still remember Lillian's downcast eyes that studied the ripples in a mug of hot chocolate, but that memory is dueling with the strangely captivating performance that Mira is putting on. I can't explain it, but with Mira, it feels like as if we've known each other for a really, really long time. But getting attached is dangerous. I check my watch. 2 o'clock p.m. School has long since started for the evening, so there's no chance of making it back. Congrats, Mira. You've successfully made me skip class. Really? She pulls on an elegant pocket watch and checks the time. What time does lunch end again? 1 p.m. Well, if you want to hit back, I guess it's alright. I know you're not exactly a top student, so I wouldn't want you failing on my account. She actually being considerate. Well, I probably should hit back. But then you'd be all alone, wouldn't you? I suppose I would. I dragged you out of school for a reason after all, so I'd like it if you stayed. So you're just offering to be polite? I guess you could say that. Somehow I'm not surprised. It's fine. I think that this was a worthy sacrifice anyway. I mean, sacrifices are important sometimes. That's true. It's like the concept of risk-taking, isn't it? Think about it. No one likes feeling vulnerable, but in sacrificing the comfort of the status quo, you might get something more valuable than what you had before. I suppose that's right. It is, isn't it? But to be honest, it's the only kind of thing that works in economics textbooks. It's like when you buy a patty but you're too afraid to take the first bite in case it's too hot. Yeah, I guess that's what it comes down to, isn't it? Humans are naturally afraid of burning their tongues. Yep, I know more about that than anyone else. Why do I get the feeling you mean that literally? Oh, you mean we weren't talking about food? The city sure is a nice place in winter, isn't it? Mira stretches out her arms and embraces the chilly wind. The sun is already sinking and her light hair is almost glowing. You're almost talking like you're new to the place. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I knew you'd say that. My hands are in my pockets, grudgingly hiding from the cold, but I unconsciously scratch the side of my face. It's always like this in the winter though. Even if the snow piles up in the parking lots by February, winter is known to be a most beautiful season. I can see why. It's refreshing. She takes in a deep breath and I feel compelled to do the same. Her cheeks turn red from the cold. That was when it hit me. You're not used to winter, are you? No. I guess I'm not. It doesn't even occur to me that I'm asking about her past. Well, to be honest, I spent the last few years of my life in a place with very mild winters, but I used to live here before, so it's not a major change. I guess you could say that it's nostalgic for me. If you don't mind my asking, why exactly did you leave the country? You don't have to answer, but it sounds like you really didn't want to go. I never had much of a life here. I was different as a child too. I wasn't like you and your sister and your friends at school. I never had to worry about the problems that normal kids face, like homework and friendship and romance. There was nothing tying me to this place, so I left. But I guess that doesn't mean I was happy to go. Are you happy now? Sorry. I said too much, didn't I? I didn't mean to make you worry. But I never get to talk about myself, so... But to answer your question... Yes, I'm happy now. I'm pretty sure. And it's all that matters. Slowly, aimlessly, we move forward, footprints following us in the snow. There's something inescapably nostalgic about early winter sunsets. All of those days when the sun sets before 6 and it feels like late evening when you're coming home from school. It's a little bit wistful. How far do you live, by the way? Oh, you know, not too far, here and there. I shouldn't have expected an answer like that from you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Don't tell me we're back to square one after everything we've talked about. Well, I can't be too open, can I? That would ruin the surprise. I wonder what goes through this girl's mind. Anyway, there's one more thing you forgot to calculate this time. The expression freezes. At last, a weak point! This time? Are you going to finish the sentence or not? Sorry, I just wanted to see how long the suspense would last. I think I pushed it a bit far. Oh, sorry. Anyway, as I was trying to say, I was only asking where you live to make sure if you could stay out this late. Oh, wait. You're worried about me? Worried is the wrong word. I'm just concerned. That's the same thing. Regardless, you might live outside the city for all I know. I wouldn't want you going home too late. It's getting dark, but it's still early. I'll be fine. Yeah, but... Well, you live close enough to get home by yourself, right? I do, don't worry. Although... She just mumbled something. I hate when people do that. I said... You said? I said I wouldn't mind if you walked me home anyway. Oh... Well... But it's still early, isn't it? There's no need to think about going home just yet. Don't get all serious now. You started it. Either she's doing this on purpose or she's just as nervous as me. My money's on the former. Come on, let's go. You walk too slowly. Alright. I'm coming. How long have you been wandering the streets like this? Maybe a couple hours? As you said that out loud, did it sound at least slightly ridiculous to you? Not really. Should it have? Yes, of course it should have. Doesn't our aimlessness bug you even a little? As long as you're having fun, right? I suppose. Still, we should probably think of somewhere to go. My feet are killing me. You need to improve your stamina. Huh? You mean you're not tired yet? No, not really. But you hardly seem physically fit. Really? Do I come across as a playful, innocent girl with a psychological scar somewhere in her past? Or something like that? When did everyone around me become psychic? I can't imagine you running laps, but anything's possible. I get that reaction a lot. We had a sports day at school once and everyone thought I wouldn't be able to do a thing for the class. And I'm guessing I know what happened next. I won first place in the 200 meters. Ah, so you're intelligent, sophisticated, and athletic. Don't forget, reliable and organized. Great. Don't worry though. I couldn't do housework to save my life and I always spill the crumbs when I'm eating cookies. So I'm not perfect either. How comforting. I swear, this girl. One of these days, you've got to cure that daydreaming habit. Easier said than done. It can't be that bad. Just try focusing more. I can't. My brain's always working. It's like a laptop without a power button. Except it never runs out of batteries. And it can't calculate 2-digit products without a pencil and paper. Most people can't. You're too easy. Well, at least I'm always thinking about something. Maybe I'm actually a genius and no one realizes it. A genius is nearly failing second-year math. It could happen. Geniuses don't have to be... I was about to say smart, but that wouldn't be very genius-like of me. Don't have to be academically successful to be intelligent. I could be just, I don't know, deep. I hate to admit it, but you might be right. Still, you have to learn to control your mind. A powerful brain is being wasted on a person like you. Just remember, this is the brain that decided to sacrifice a valuable half day of school, most likely missing a test or two, to waste the evening with a girl it hardly knows. I never said an unsophisticated brain couldn't be a nice one. Compliment number 2. She still isn't very good at this. Okay, now my feet are really hurting. Isn't that what we were originally talking about? It is, isn't it? The conversation was about to go on another tangent before I realized what she was doing. Come on, even you must be tired by now. Just a little. Score. See? So we should sit down somewhere. Somewhere warm. Well, if you're that tired, I know of a place we can go. I notice Mira limping slightly as she walks ahead. Either your leg is broken or you're as tired as I am. Alright, fine. You win. That's what I thought. But I'm not cold yet, so we're staying outside. Is this even an official path? It's official enough. I didn't know officialness worked on a spectrum. From a well-shoveled and salted city sidewalk of stores and lounges and food on every corner, I somehow found myself climbing up a snow-covered hill in the middle of nowhere. I can't even begin to fathom why I trusted Mira's idea of a nice place to relax. You know, this is probably dangerous. I used to go here all the time in the past, it'd be fine. It's probably illegal as well. No worries, the police have better things to do than to patrol an old hill in the corner of the city. I have better things to do than to be climbing an old hill in the corner of the city, but I'm still doing it. Well, as long as we don't die, I guess I'm fine with it. We probably won't die. Either way, you're climbing below me, so I'll land on you if you fall. In other words, you probably won't die. Precisely. Don't worry though, I'm light. I don't think I could kill you that easily. That isn't a problem here. Ooh, look, that's the top. And what exactly is so special about this place to begin with? You'll find out soon enough. Come on! Mira beckons me to climb faster, and despite my frozen toes and soaking wet socks, I follow. Ah. What can I say? This place is beautiful. And it takes a lot for someone like me to say that. See? I told you it would be worth it. I take a deep breath. The hill is overlooking the city. It's pretty stunning. Say, is there any other reason for the huge tree to be planted here? Actually, yes, there is. You can't tell right now, but it's actually a cherry blossom tree. It was donated by a local CEO of a multinational company. It's been growing here ever since. Huh. Pretty impressive. From what I heard, he planted it here to mark what he deemed to be the most beautiful place in the city. You seem to know an awful lot about this person. Well, I read a lot of books. He's somewhat of a legend in the city too, so it's only natural that I know about him. Actually, I think I've heard this story before. What was his name? Kennedy? Or was it Kendrick? Leonard Kinsey. Close enough. The company he formed had close ties to East Asia as well. Explains why he chose the cherry tree. Yes, it does. Both a business gesture and a sentimental one. He sounds like a great man. He is. But that last word. But what? You started it. It's a blessing and a curse. Just think about it. His story's a glamorous one, right? The way he fought against the odds, overcoming his rivals, a tale of human courage and willpower. But what about the people he left behind? There's a lot of emptiness. Not for him, really, but for the people who weren't there to witness his struggle against the world. Don't worry about it. You're fine now, right? It hurts. If you're fine now, there's nothing else to worry about. It's as simple as that. The wind sings its hollow song in the silence. But if you want to cry, then it's okay. It's alright. I'm fine, really. But thanks for the offer. Her words vanish into the twilight. She sits there mere inches from me, shielded by a glass wall. It's the closest I've ever been, and I've never felt so far. But I'll never forget this. This cold wind and her warm shoulder an inch from mine. It's one of those rare, precious moments when you realize that each passing second is being written as a memory. Right, so that was Sepia Tears. I'm kind of curious where this is going. I mean, once they brought up the canon comparisons, yeah, I'm not sure. But hey, there you have it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next part. Coro out.